go. New Foxy Brown.
Come again.
Oh shit.
Let's go. New Foxy Brown.
Come again.
Whole Brooklyn. Stand the fuck up.
Okay.
Let's get it on, niggas.
Come again. Come on.
DJ Absolute. Operation Lock. Damn.
But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. They don't like Gabby because he stay and cheater with a Chris White beat on. Stinking yacht. Never mind the times he pays him no mind.
Send after y'all. From the motherfucking top. New Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
Because they don't like me.
Yes.
DJ Absolute, motherfucker.
Come again. Come on. Oh.
Young girl.
Okay.
Queens, niggas.
But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. They don't like Gabby because he stay and cheater with a Chris White beater on. Stinking yacht. Never mind the times he pays him no mind. Bit slow your roll. Fox got this rap shit under control. Which I touch turn gold, but I touch turn canary. Damn, this shit's scary. And my name speak the truth, y'all can't fuck with homie. I'm the truth in that booth, I'm the beast in the lab. I'm a goon on the tune with a boom and a Marc Jacob bag. I'm Brooklyn zone, and no matter where the crib is, the borough is my motherfucking home. I'm BK's finest, and a fresh pair of ears to still shout the designers.
Right cheer, right gear, throw it up, no high cheer. Cold like a white beer, Freddy Cougar, I'm a rap bitch, nightmare. And I'm rich, I could buy you. Kill bitches, leave their body in a bayou. More brain than an IQ, more head than a dread. And my bank account ain't hardly empty. That's why I come through in a Barbie Bentley. So please, mamacita, please no envy. When you come around, it reads no entry. Who's next to go? My flow so flexible. Get gassed and get at me. Text a cow, shoot yourself in the leg. Plex a cow. White jag with a twisted lip. I ain't Mike Jack, but this is it. I'm everywhere. You like Balloon Boy, mama, you was never there. I am the Kung Fu Panda. Fuck all of your blogs, fuck all of your propaganda. Good for the goose, then it's good for the gander. Nicki ain't a rapper, Nicki is a brander. Please, you can never compare to me. All these bitches is scared of me. I am who they couldn't even dare to be. So that's all, folks. I go hard, pause, high spin a flow, get more pause. I'm a bad bitch on all fours. The president be like, it's all yours. Weezy and Nicki bring the A-game, high stats. Go together like Ricky and his eye patch. Go together like a team in the gym. Kareem in the ring, the queen and the king.
Yo, yo, yo. What's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy LeBron, female rapper Lee. I'm back with another video. Coming in, thumbs up this video, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you know each and every time I go live, I do uploads. So I just wanted to come because I really need advice because I don't really know what to do. So this situation with this, when I put in the title about like bullies and, you know, like high school lesbian bullies, let me tell you something. And I'm only saying this as a person who's, you know, I'm an uncle, I have nieces. So I've known just a lot of like, and I'm not saying that the toxicity only exists in like lesbians. I know that it can exist in, you know, homosexual male, whether it's relationships or whether it's friendships, right? But one thing I've been noticing, especially after seeing this video over the weekend with this girl, like with this girl getting into it with another girl, like it's over some like just some petty drama, some lesbianism type shit, right? I just want to say this. My niece, she goes to all girls. She goes to an all girl high school right now, and she went to an all girl elementary school too. And I've noticed since she's been a younger little girl that there's always been problems. Like there's always been issues, and I'm gonna be open with you too. So my niece, we share information with each other. I share with her, she shares with me. And I told her that earlier. It's like, you know, not to be manipulated with a person, but if you open with me, I'm gonna be open with you to an extent with the information that you can handle. So she's always been very open with me. You know, maybe like 3 years ago, she was telling me, she was just like, you know, Uncle, she was like, I don't know. She was like, she was confused one time because it was a girl who went to her school who, you know, how they rolling all this shit out with kids having their identity and shit like that. She thought that she was a boy, but the girl played basketball and stuff, and she was like, I don't know. She was like, I might be bi. But then it's like we've been speaking over the years. She was like, no, I don't like girls. She was like, that was just a phase or whatever the case may be, right? So, but the thing is that she's always been around girls going to school and stuff. And now, like with her being in high school, going to an all girl high school, it's just been problem. Like it's been problem after problem. Like always, right? So this yesterday, well, she called me on Friday and she wanted to speak to me because she was like, I haven't spoke to you in a while, whatever. She'll always call me right before something happened, and she made it seem like nothing was happening. But when we spoke last night, she told me. So she was just like, oh, I already know when I go back to school on Tuesday, it's going to be a problem. And I was just like, so what's going on? So she gave me and this is the same shit that happened last year too. And I told her, so it's this girl who is, girls who go to her school. When I tell you, I don't know if you witnessed this as well, but this lesbianism shit in school, it is going on strong. Like it really, really is. And I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, just to kind of like brainstorm. I don't know if girls are doing this in the sense where they feel like if they mess with girls, it's better than being with a boy. I don't know what it is, or I don't know if they just bored and they in school all together every day, and it's just kind of like interesting to be like, what are you doing? And like you like girls, or I like girls too, or whatever the case may be. So anyway, last year, just to give you a quick backstory, my niece, she was friends with this girl who liked girls, and for some reason, all of her friends, the girl's friends, they thought that my niece and the girl was dating. She was like, no, I don't even like girls. Like, and it's like she's been experiencing all of this backlash and issues from the girls that these girls date, right? So last year she was just like, oh, I was gonna go fight this girl, whatever the case may be. And I said, people are fighting with weapons and shit like that. You don't wanna and I said, you gotta realize sometimes like to separate yourself outside of this situation. It's like you're a high B, you're a B plus A plus A minus type of student. Like, why are you even getting into this type of shit? Like, we really got into it last night. But her mind is set. Her mind is made up about what's going to happen on Tuesday. So, all right. So now this year, she's been friends with this girl for like over a year, this new girl. And this new girl, imagine being in 11th grade, sleeping with all of these girls in the school. And the girl is just like, I don't know why people claim me. I'm single, this, that, whatever the case may be, right? She just kind of told me like what the girl's been doing. She's been sleeping with all these girls in the school, and then she like everybody starts claiming her, and then she'd be like, I'm single. I don't know why you doing this, that. And I said, like, ugh, whatever. So that's been the thing. So my niece, she's friends with this girl. Just to fast forward, this girl, she had some sort of entanglement with this other girl that my niece has been knowing since fifth grade. And my niece told me last night, she was just like, I'm over it. She was just like, they started school in September. She was like, this girl's been bullying me. She's been saying like stuff, calling me a bitch and all of that. And she said, and to be honest with you, people are taking my kindness for weakness. She said, because I've been way too nice. She was just like, I'm just, it's over. She was like, when I see her on Tuesday, I'm going to smack her fucking ass into the locker and it's just, we going to fight. That's just what it is. So I asked her, I said, so what happened? So she said on Friday night, her and the girl had hung out. They went to the mall and stuff. And she was like, they been having issues like with this one girl, her friend. I'm not even gonna say her name. But they've been having issues with the girl from fifth grade, and the girl just keeps saying stuff to her, and kids, they get tired of shit at a certain point. I can't even be frustrated with her anger because I wouldn't even have let it got that far, to be honest with you. But the thing is, I tell her is that little girls, they're pressured so much to be a good girl, be quiet, go to school, don't take up too much space, turn the other cheek. You only can turn the other cheek but so many times before shit gets real, right? So what happened was is that on Friday, her and the girl, I guess they hung out, they went to the mall or something. So then my niece said she got home and she went to sleep, and she woke up in the morning at like 4 or 5 in the morning, and she had all these phone calls and stuff. And it was like some girl playing on her phone and shit like that. So then she was like, she called her friends like, who is this? Like, who has my number? And that's the number one culprit. I told her, like, let me tell you, I said, your friend, that bitch gotta go. She got to go. She is the problem. So just to fast forward, the girl who's been in her fifth grade class, she was playing on her phone. She called her friend. The girl was in the background 5 o'clock in the morning. And my friend, my niece was like, "Yo, when I see you on Tuesday, I'm smacking the shit out of you." But the thing that she did since Friday over the weekend, from Friday to Saturday, she's made them appear that it's okay and that she's okay with it. But she's really not. She was like, "I'm tired of it." And you know what? You got to nip shit in the bud. So it's only what we in the beginning of October. This girl's been doing this since the beginning of the year, and my niece says she's just tired of it. And I was like, "No, you don't go to school to let nobody bully you." But I said, "What I think that you should hold on." Yo, what the fuck? One of my headlights is out. I just replaced that shit last year. Come on. Ooh. I'm sitting behind this truck with my with my lights on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I just replaced that light last year. Oh. Anyway, so the girl's playing on her phone, and and my niece is just tired of it now, and I'm telling you, like, I can't go into great detail because of course I gotta go soon, but it's just like I've just been noticing it's been problem after problem with these little lesbians. It's been problem, it's been issue after issue after issue. The same thing happened last year where this girl wanted to fight it's this Spanish girl that my niece was friends with. So she's going to the school and she was dating these people. Her girlfriend was jealous of my niece. And I asked my niece, I said, "Do you speak to her?" Like, I was like, "What does she think about it?" She was like, "Oh, she's not confrontational or anything like that. She's gonna try to diffuse something." She was like, "I'm over it. I want to fight." And I was just like, the first thing I asked her as an uncle, and just especially having women as friends when I was younger, I said, "What is your hair like right now?" My niece, she's wearing braids all the way down to her ankles, like to school. I said, "You need to take them braids out, or you need to cut them shits and cornrow them shits going back." Because I said, she's gonna do you dirty. She's gonna do you. I said, first and foremost, I don't want you to fight because you have to really think about the source of this shit. I said, the girl who you friends with, who's going around sleeping with all these girls, and y'all in 11th grade, and she being messy like that, that bitch is the problem. And why is she even letting? Why is she even letting her play on your phone like that? I said, to be honest with you, and you might not be ready for this because I know that a lot of people, they try to protect it, and I had to show, I had to tell her the real too. She's a big sister now because she has a little sister now. Her little sister's only like 2 years old. But I said, you grew up most of your life being an only child. Only children, when you're an only child, you value your friendships. I'm not trying to be funny to you. I grew up with brothers. I didn't value no mother. Listen, let me just flip it. I did value friendship, but I would cut your motherfucking ass off in a heartbeat. I will cut your ass off in a heartbeat because you want to know why? The core of my love came from my family. So if you do anything I don't fucking like, I'm cutting your motherfucking ass off. And not even to take it to that level, if you want to get out there like that on some shit like that, I got brothers, so nobody never really tried me like that, to be honest with you. It's just if I ain't fuck with you no more, I ain't fuck with you no more. Certain people, they ain't have that build up. And I told my niece, you're the oldest too. So it's like you on your own. You ain't got nobody to get out there and do shit with you like that. But I said, you got to draw the line. I said, fuck it. I said, fuck her. I said, she's causing all of these issues by her being. I said, why did she even let that girl? I said, on some real shit. I said, you need to confront her too. And if that's gonna turn into a fight, you need to let her know that's how the fuck you on it. Because she's causing all of these fucking issues, sleeping with all of these girls all throughout the school, and then saying, I'm single. I don't know why people claiming me. And now once again, another girl with her girlfriend, she wants to fight you now. Not want to fight you, but she's causing issues. Like she said, she called me a bitch. She called me a bitch a few times. And like one of her friends, she was talking to the guidance counselor the other day, and she said the girl, one of her friends, just walked by and she bumped her. And my niece was like, "What the fuck, bitch?" Right in front of the guidance counselor. The guidance counselor was like, "Oh no, don't engage, don't do this, don't do that." I'm sorry. I do believe that, like, and I told her, I'm like, this is gonna go on your record, but it's like I don't want you to be involved in that. But I also know the flip side of like not wanting somebody to play with you. Like nobody ever played with me like that, so I can't relate. Just to be honest with you, I cannot relate to that shit. But it's been issues after issues with these girls. It's just been problems and just drama. Girls keep up drama anyway. But it's just been drama after dating scandal after dating. It's like, y'all be too focused on dating at a damn young age. And I'm telling you, my niece, she would be open with me. I said, "Are you involved with this girl?" Like just to revisit and see like what's on her mind. She's like, "No, I don't like her. Me and her is just friends." But see, I want to tell you this. I had that same type of experience when I was younger. When I would be friends with girls sometimes, and it would be like guys who like them. they would just get, but listen, they ain't never take shit that far. If they did, I would be open. The niggas ain't never jumped because they knew who I was connected to. They would just have these questions about me, like, yo, you be with this nigga, like, what's going on? You know, they couldn't tack me. They didn't know, like, you know, I wasn't like no girly nigga. They couldn't put pieces together, but they will always be asking questions about me. I know this, I know what my niece is going through. But at the same point, they never did nothing to me. They never approached me. They never did none of that because them niggas knew who I was connected to. I'm telling you, I make a phone call and have 50 outside of your door and immediately. You know what I'm saying? My niece, her life is different. She ain't like that. She don't got that. She don't. So she out here on her own and she just feel like bitches is playing with her. So, you know, the girl got into a fight this year and her and her friends jumped somebody in the school. But my niece, she don't give a fuck. She just at that point, she said Tuesday is gonna go down. And I said, well, if you're gonna do that, I just want to ask y'all this advice, right? I asked her, I said, did you tell your mother? She said, no, I'm not going to tell my mother because she's going to try to diffuse it, or on Tuesday, she's not going to send me to school. So I want to ask y'all, because I do got to go. What should I do? Like, should I tell her mother about what's going on? Because I feel like like me being an adult and she's a minor, would you want somebody to share that information with you if you was a parent? Like, how would you feel if you knew me and you are both adults and and the child told me that they was going to get in a fight? Would you be mad at me if I didn't tell you about it? What should I do? Should I call the school and be like, yo, this is a situation brewing with this and that, and my niece has just had it and she's ready to fight? Like, because my niece said when she get to school on Tuesday, she said the school day is not even going to go through. She said, when I see that bitch at the locker, I'm smacking the fuck out of her and we're going to fight, point blank. So the part of me as an uncle, I had that, that little angst and anger, and I told her, I said, yeah, she don't need to be playing with you like that, but I don't want her to get in trouble either. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, because she confides in you. See, somebody said, tell her mother. It's these parents. The more masculine lesbians try to copy men and to cause drama between women, she probably thinks it's funny. Yeah, my niece is just over it. And the thing I love about my niece too, she got into a fight in her 9th grade year in school. Another girl that was playing with her, and she said she seen her at the locker, and she just took her head and just banged that shit into the locker and they started fighting. But the thing is, the girl, she swung and she hit my niece under her eye and her eye went like a little black and bluish. My niece don't give a fuck. My niece said, win, lose, or draw, we fighting on Tuesday. We're fighting. And I can't be mad at her because I don't want nobody to play with me like that. But I don't know what to do, like real talk. So I went through stuff like that. Shaking my head, eventually I fought the girl who was starting with me and she pulled out a weapon. See, that's what I'm saying. Anything can happen. We are not their friends. You have to share this information so our parents can deal with it. The fight can go left and may not be in your niece's favor. Right? She could hit her in the head or get stabbed. Exactly. Stop her from doing anything. She could go to prison. Right. I mean, yeah. So listen, hold on a second. I know that this video is going to reach, the people who find it. So if you find this video, let me know what you think about it. The situation at hand. My niece is just tired, and I can't blame her because I'm telling you, as a person, I'm not trying to I actually am prideful of that. Like, I got into little arguments with people when I was in school, but I'm telling you, I felt like I'm gonna be honest with you. I honestly felt like God had his I don't know. I was within his will because when I was younger, I can't relate to that. Like, I can't relate to like nobody treating me funny because I'm telling you, they knew what was gonna happen. They knew. Just to be honest with you, they knew what was going to happen. You knew not to play with me like that because you knew that I had 2 brothers. Like, it was just kind of like, and I knew that shit. I grew up comfortably knowing that, like, those was my pit bulls. Nothing was ever going to happen. I'm telling you, it never did. But with her being an only child, I feel like I should stop it. Jail over a school fight ain't cool. It's so hard being bullied. Please tell her down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want her to do it. Leave a single routine and start over. Okay. You have to say something. I would hate to hear that something happened to her. But what should I? Right. You're right, though. So listen, anybody who catches this video after, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think I should do. Should I tell her mom so that she's aware of it? Should I call the school and not betray her? I don't want to betray her trust, but I just don't want it to go left because it could just be an issue personally. Thank you. All right. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.